What's going on, everyone? Greatest hits here. I finally got the package in for Rocket Bird. This is an exciting time for me because we just bought some new exhaust headers. I got the multi-layer gaskets in there. I have O2 sensor extenders because with the Longtube exhaust, the O2 sensors won't be able to stretch far enough to get inside the hole. But I am super excited. This is speed engineering right here, and I bought it for around $450, $460, something like that. And they're a really good exhaust for the price, and you'll be able to make around 25 horsepower to the flywheel, and it's just gonna be great. The car is gonna be pretty loud, but once I get the axle back exhaust, it's not gonna be as loud. It's still gonna be loud, but it's not gonna be as loud. But I don't have a muffler on my car. I just have gutted converters and a straight pipe coming out the back. So with these exhaust headers, it's just gonna be a whole lot louder. So can't wait for that, but I'm also gonna have some drones, so you win some, you lose some. So let me get this out of the package right here so I can show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so this is basically everything except for the rest of the piping that's in the box. I don't have enough room to sit it all out and lay it all out perfectly, but here's the multi-layer gasket. The reason why it's called multi-layer, if you can see these two kind of splitting apart. Oh no, hold on. Focus. Well, anyways, yeah, I hope you guys can see that, but that's a multi-layer right there. That's like 3 pieces of header gaskets together. So once I bolt everything together, it would kind of, you know, smash in together and get a good seal and stuff like that. That way I won't have any vacuum issues or leak issues and stuff like that. This is essentially the middle section of the Y pipe, and there's a big pipe that comes all the way out here and here on both sides, and the rest of this is where the axle back exhaust would be. The rest of the car for right now is going to be stock exhaust on the axle back, which is the back half of the exhaust, and then the front part is going to be aftermarket, obviously, long tube headers. I cannot wait to start drag racing again, and you know, I guess learning more about it, learning how to race as good as these guys do on YouTube and, you know, out in the world and everything. And it's just exciting to be a race car driver. I wouldn't call myself a race car driver, but I would love to be one someday. But anywho, here is the O2 sensor extenders. You just clip this side in and stuff like that. But anywho, I just got all of this today, and it was actually supposed to come in Friday, but it didn't come in until Sunday, which I didn't think FedEx would actually deliver something like this on a Sunday. But yeah, I was a little impatient, but it's finally here, and I'm gonna install it next Friday because I will be working all week. I just got a new job at Ford Mac Hike, so yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And it also comes with clamps, obviously, that way I can tighten everything down, and header bolts for the gasket and the exhaust header itself. What is going on, everyone? Greatest hits here. I'm back with another video, and it's kind of dark around here. I'm sorry, I'm actually doing this at my house. Here it is, the LS1. But anywho, I got all my tools from the shop, and the reason why I'm doing it at the house is because I had to work on Saturday, and next week and the week after I will be busy, so I wouldn't be able to put these headers on. So yeah, these are 1 3/4 inch headers, and they're 3-inch. I'm super excited because when I put these on, it's going to be much louder, it's going to be faster, and it's going to flow out more air than the stock headers. So I'm going to attempt to do this, and hopefully I get done by the end of the day. So, and I'm going to show you guys how to do all that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out all these coil wires. You don't have to take off the spark plugs, and I'm also going to take off this EGR that goes along the exhaust and everything, and whatnot. I'm going to take off this whole rail with the coil packs as well, that way I get plenty of room. So like I said before, this may take me some time. This is my first time doing it. I got to take everything step by step and not mess up. Oh, and I also have to take off this hose too that goes to the secondary air injection system down there, and put a cap over this because it's not needed anymore since I'll be putting the Longtube headers on there. The car is still gonna run. It's just gonna show up a lot of codes with EGR and stuff like that. Alright guys, I pretty much have everything off. I didn't take these coil packs off because you actually don't need to, but it's just in case if you need more room to work and everything. But I got the hoses and everything off for the EGR system. I didn't take it completely off because I was working underneath the car. All the bolts, you can see, all the bolts are coming off really easy. It's 11 foot-pounds on both sides on the first pass, and then the second pass is 18 foot-pounds. And when you put the new headers on, you want to be able to tighten on the inside out, so inside out like that, and same thing on the other side. Other than that, underneath here I got all the O2 sensors out. That one over there, and these over here. These are O2 sensors extenders. I put that on there because I wanted to see if the car would run a little bit better, kind of confuse the computer. That way, well, it can run better, but obviously that didn't work. So this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this Longtube headers, because one, it makes more power, more airflow coming out through the engine, and when I go ahead and get it tuned, I wouldn't have any misfires or any issues with the engine. So yep, these bolts right here I believe are 13 millimeters. I could be wrong. The bolts up there are really tight. You gotta take them off with a breaker bar. That's what I had to do on both sides of the converters. So I did break one that's sitting over there. right there, broke one. But all the other ones came off okay. It was still a struggle. I wish I had a lift, a rotary lift, but I don't. So, and work is closed. So I got everything out. The exhaust on both sides, exhaust headers. I'm getting ready to put the headers in right here, and I'm gonna get somebody to help me put them up here. You can't put them in on top. If you know anything about LS engines or F bodies in general, you have to put them in from the bottom. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'm probably not gonna have any footage for you guys because I gotta do this quick before it's 7-8 o'clock and it's dark. As you can see, it's really dark. I got the headers in with the what is it called, engineering design heat wrap that goes over the coil wire, and it looks freaking sick. And it really sucks because today's Sunday and I thought I had a lot of time to get this done, but apparently not. So let's show you underneath. That's what it looks like right here. Let's see if I can. Okay, there's the O2 right there, and the O2 right there inside the exhaust. Since this is freaking welded, I have to cut around the edge of this so I can get the inside of that pipe out of right here, because there's one inside, if you can see. So that's my issue. I'm gonna have to tackle that tomorrow, and I should be done. Now if I didn't have this issue, then I would have had the exhaust on, and it will be running again, and I can go to work in my Firebird, but I can't. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the next day. It's Monday. I finally got some things done. Goes over this like that, and the spring is the only thing that pops out of this hole right here, and it prevents a lot of excessive heat on the wire from the exhaust header. So we're gonna finish up, and I'm gonna show you guys the finished product. All right guys, so I finally got the car together. It took me a minute because this is my first time, and I'm excited to turn it over and see what. Has a deep throaty sound to it, guys, and it's much louder. So we're at AC's High Performance right here. This is the shop where Rocket Bird's engine got rebuilt and deck honed and everything like that. I got the headers on. It was a pain in the butt, but I finally got them on. It's gonna take about 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours to finish the tune on it, and hopefully everything goes well. I'm just gonna show you guys some dyno runs, and not the tune, because I mean that's just top secret. Shh. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I'm actually in the car because somebody's cutting grass and it's kind of loud. The car actually made more rear wheel horsepower, from 289 horsepower to the rear wheels to 314 horsepower to the rear wheels. Now let me explain what rear wheel horsepower is. So rear wheel horsepower is basically from your engine making max horsepower, and then it's transferring it to the rear. So it's going from the engine to the transmission to the drive shaft to the rear end and the rear wheels that's spinning. So reason why I say rear wheels is because it's a rear wheel drive car. If it was a front wheel drive car, you'll say front wheel drive. If it's all wheel drive, you say all wheel, and so on. So the car made 314 and 362 horsepower to the flywheel. Now, let me explain why the car made less horsepower, which it didn't. When I was at Car Performance and they tuned my car, they claimed that it made 373 horsepower to the flywheel from 289 wheel. But that number didn't sound right to me, but I was just too excited and I just said, yeah, it makes 373. I went to AC's High Performance a couple months later, since I put on the Longtube headers, and they looked up all the data and everything, and if you see in the video, they were trying to figure out how to get the timing right and the air-fuel ratio perfect and all this kind of stuff. Well, basically, Car Performance messed up my car, and they were telling me they didn't really know what they were doing. They missed some things. They gave me a false horsepower number as far as the flywheel, but the rear wheel horsepower is correct. So let's get back to drivetrain loss real quick. The drivetrain loss on these cars is 12 to 15% and 18 and 20%. 12 to 15% is for the automatic transmissions that I have in my car. Manual transmissions are 18 and 20%. I just found this out yesterday. So I'm just going to wing it and say 15% because that's the most. I calculated that up from 314 wheel horsepower times 15%, and you get 362 horsepower. So it's close to the 373 horsepower that Car Performance claimed, but it's still a really good amount for the car. 289 wheel horsepower times 15% of that from drivetrain loss, because the rear wheels are spinning. The front wheels don't make any horsepower. It makes 332 horsepower. 332 horsepower. That sounds about right, because when the engine got rebuilt, they did some few deck honing and, you know, angled the valves and everything, and apparently it came out to 332 horsepower. 305 or 310 horsepower is the stock number for these cars, bone stock, no modifications. 305 to 310 horsepower, and then the WS6 335 horsepower. So yeah, I'm making 362 horsepower. The torque on it is 395. That being said, I want to correct myself, and I want to let you guys know how much it actually makes. If I'm wrong again, just let me know. It's in the video. Send me a comment saying, hey, it actually makes this, blah, 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 blah. Let me show you guys what the exhaust looks like, because it's blue right now, and it's from the heat from the actual engine. And the engine's not actually running hot. It's just that there's more combustion, more heat, more air, more fuel, more power. So it's causing the exhaust to get blue. because it's just more heat and more pressure and all that kind of stuff. And I was actually surprised because I didn't think it would do that. It was chrome before, now it's blue, red, and all kind of colors. So if you guys can see, look at that blue right there. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. I love it. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like underneath, if you can see. Look at how blue and red that is. Or orange, really. And it goes all the way back down. I had to get a new clamp for that because I had to cut the exhaust because it was welded, like I said before. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. This video is kind of all over the place, and I just tried to edit it the best I could. I can't wait to drag race this car. I just need some time with adjusting some things and, you know, getting some more mods into her and everything like that. If y'all like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel.